I don't know much about Dragon Ball, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about how hypocritical the series is, and if anyone knows anything about the series, they'll know what I'm talking about. But complaining about things I've admitted I've never seen before is fun. So let's go over exactly why this series is hypocritical and why Dragon Ball is essentially overrated as a series. Let's first establish what is hypocritical about the series, and thus Goku. Dragon Ball is a series that's entirely about beating each other up, and it tries to get into really cool character moments and concepts, trying to get really deep, but honestly it just fails. One of which is about nature versus nurture, the aspect the series has going on for itself for pretty much the whole series. This is pretty predominantly the biggest theme throughout the entire show as well, and it's not even close. Every character in the show is based around this concept in its entirety, but when you really get into the concept, it doesn't make any sense. The show tries to tell you that Goku is an underdog, and he has to consistently work his way up through the world of Dragon Ball. Every arc from OG Dragon Ball to Super, it shows that hard work and determination is what makes you stronger, not nurture. Even though Vegeta in the Saiyan saga proceeds to beat him badly, and proving that nurture is key in the series, not nature. And this is pretty further evident with Goku, a character that people like to act like represents nature and this ability to overcome and consistently work hard. But all it does show is that he's a massive hypocrite. When we look at Goku, Goku is the son of Bardock, which a lot of people like to say Bardock isn't that strong, and Broly as a baby is stronger than him. But they often purposely overlook that Bardock became the first legendary Super Saiyan, being the first Saiyan to defeat Frieza's kind. So Goku essentially came out of Bardock's balls and directly gifted the genes of the legendary Super Saiyan. How is that being an underdog? It isn't, and Dragon Ball fans purposely overlook that, just to maintain that Goku is an underdog. Let's also not talk about the fact that Bardock defeated Gas in the past, and Gas was so powerful, he could defeat both Goku and Vegeta in their strongest forms at the same time. Meaning Goku was born from one of the strongest characters in the entire series, and people still pretend that he's just the Saiyan saga fodder, and this is just ridiculous. Only Dragon Ball fans that have the reading capacity of a 2-year-old can pretend that this show or manga is even good, and this is only just the tip of the iceberg. Now let's talk about one of the biggest reasons why Goku isn't an underdog, and that's the aspect that he got taught by literal gods. How is Goku supposed to be this underdog protagonist and get stronger in this natural way when he got taught by Master Roshi, Korin, Kami, King Kai, Supreme Kai, Beerus, Whis, and Beerus? That's right, he isn't. Even someone like Vegeta didn't get trained by any of these guys, and he's supposed to represent nurture. How is your nurture character more nature than your nature character? Doesn't even make sense. Again, only supporting the hypocriticalness of Dragon Ball. You can't call a character an underdog when they're getting trained by literal gods, and that's the only way he gets stronger. Name one time Goku got stronger without the assistance of another teacher. That's right, there is no other time. What, you think that time when he was heading to Namek, that's when he got stronger? Well, guess what? The only reason he came up with amping the gravity is because of King Kai. Yeah, that's right. People only pick and choose their reasoning, and they're only doing it because they're Dragonballtards. Let's also not talk about how Goku steals techniques. Goku has no original techniques. I have a riddle for everyone. Name one technique that Goku has created. Oh, did you say the Dragon Fist? Guess what? That's non-canon. That's right, Goku didn't create a single technique of his own, and just stole everyone's powers and techniques. He stole Kamehameha, Kaioken, the Destructo Disc, Solar Flare, Instant Transmission, even Ultra Instinct. All of those techniques were created by someone else. How can our main character be an underdog if he didn't even develop his own techniques? That's a massive contradiction and makes Dragon Ball a hypocrite. Nothing is saving the series. People are then gonna ask me, who is the underdog of the series then? And that's pretty easy if you think about it, even just a little bit. Mr. Satan. That's right, they drastically had to nerf him in the series just to make him useless. How is that not being an underdog? Hercule was a normal human being. He's not like that fraud Goku who's from a special alien race and from one of the strongest beings from that race, with Bardock being one of the strongest of all time from that race. Mr. Satan just fights people and wins. He acts like he's a loser, but that's just because he's purposely suppressing his powers back. Because he knows he would kill all of them if he didn't try. He would go full on Aizen and he would just spiritual pressure everyone away. Hercule also didn't have to train with gods and magical beings. He got all of his powers and abilities the hard way. Whereas Goku needed that advantage, Hercule did it all alone by himself. And that's why the people in the series and in the Dragon Ball world give him respect. Let's also not get into the fact that Hercule invented his own moves, like the Dynamite Punch, the legendary Dynamite Kick. Goku could never do that, as evident by the series. Just another example of Hercule being robbed of the rightful underdog in the series. But I think I destroyed Dragon Ball clearly enough. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know if you agree with any of the points I made, and if Dragonballtards make countless excuses for why this series is good and is not a hypocrite. Officially, Dragon Ball has been debunked, and it is a hypocritical show, including Goku. Anyways guys, thank you for your time, and just to let you know, I'm back.